Hello everyone and welcome back to Vintage Story. Well, as you can see, today we will finally consolidate our storages in front of the smithy. It's not going to be, well, very realistic that they are just floating around like that, but you know what? It is going to be temporary. I will try to sort these out a little bit better, but not right now. The biggest step forward in this episode is going to be, well, you might be able to tell that the Quern is turning without us having to stand in front of it and, well, doing it manually. Yes, we will actually hook it up to the power network, and that is going to be a, well, as I said, a very big step forward. Other than that, I suppose the biggest event is going to be, well, the cementation furnace will finish firing the steel, but we will need to wait until all the charcoal is burned up. So in this episode we will not be able to break it open, but in the next one we will be able to. So anyways, let's not waste any more time and let's get into it. Alright then, let's get started. So in the last episode we got started on firing some charcoal. Obviously I was a little bit overzealous with the use of our charcoal, and I can only hope that we will have the firing finished before this one runs out of fuel. But even if we don't, it's not the end of the world, we will not lose progress, but still I would like to keep it going. Anyways, we still need to do a bit of organizing all our stuff. For example, I think I will plant a decorative oak tree here. Let me see, maybe there. Once it grows up and I like the way it looks, I will trim down the leaves a little bit so it looks like a, well, not too big oak tree. I just want to have it as a decorative tree in the courtyard. I think I will have another one maybe here. Later, another one here as well. And you know, I think you get the idea. Anyways, next up. Did I plant? Yes, I did plant the large trees, which we picked up on that hill in the last episode. And we still need to put down these bronze ingots. They can go here. And that's all the ingots we had before. Okay. Next, storages. Yes, I think at this point we might as well just use all our nails and strips. You know what? I will leave one just in case we need it for something else. But I want to make 2 more trunks. And the boards are in here. So let's make 4 more chests there, and I will turn these into, well, as you might have guessed, I will turn them into trunks. Okay, this should make our lives a little bit easier. Where should we put them? I think here will be okay for now. I will move them to a more permanent location later, but yeah, having a centralized, often used storage does make sense. So this one can go there, and let me just sort things out a little bit. And there we go. Also, wait, this one goes back in the storage crate. There. And also I want to move these trunks as well. I don't think it makes sense to have them right in front of the cementation furnace. So yeah, let's just... I didn't bring the tools, but that's fine. Okay, we are out of space, that's fine. Let's just move everything to the new spot. suppose I really should sort out the actual organization of these chests and have at least some kind of a semblance of a system. But yeah, this will do for now. Okay, well, I think it is now time to go to bed. And good morning. Let me guess. Are the bees good to go? Yes, they are. Okay, well, you know what that means. Time to harvest more honey. And let's get back to work. Okay. Yeah, tell you what, let's harvest the honey. We have a lot of honeycomb downstairs. And well, we need to go down to the cellar anyway, so might as well. Okay, wait. I just had an idea. First, obviously, let's eat. Huh. I wonder. First, let's eat. There we go. Can we use the fruit press to harvest the honey? If we could, that would be a colossal help. So we are good. We have all the honeycomb. Let me just take a look. I am not holding my breath, but yeah. We cannot load the honeycomb. I suppose that would make sense. Huh. I might include this as a suggestion somewhere, I suppose. Because, well, we still don't have a mechanical way of extracting honey. But, you know, this would make sense, right? Huh. Okay, obviously I would love to have a honey spinner, but as I've said, we don't have that yet. Okay, let's just get to work. Okay, that is 20 extra liters of honey. Not too bad if I do say so myself, and we have one left over. Tell you what, let's just eat it. Lovely. Okay, I think I will use this for our beeswax. And you know what? These as well. There we go. If I find a beehive pattern vessel at one of the traders, I will use that. By the way, what kind of traders do we have? We have a clothing trader, that's not going to be it. Agricultural trader, I don't think so. And survival trader, no. Ideally, we should be looking for a artisan trader for that kind of stuff. I think so. This guy is a building trader. Yeah, that's not going to happen, unfortunately. Okay then. Well, wait, tool vessel. Right, I marked this one down myself. Well, anyways, I think, yeah. Let me just take a look at the charcoal. Maybe it's finished. Yeah, the furnace is off. And this one is finished. Lovely. Let's restart the furnace. First things first, let's break it open. Fingers crossed that this will be a good hole. First, obviously we need the shovel. That will make our lives a little bit easier. And this one is only 44 left. Not great. Anyways, let's get to it. Looks like a pretty average firing. Okay, I will leave the rest in here for now, obviously. Let's just pile in the next batch of fuel for the furnace. Yeah, by the way, progress is 83%. We are almost there. Okay. I think we still need to have the full amount of fuel for the rest, maybe even a little bit more. Anyways, let's light it up and there we go. Okay, please continue doing doing what you are best at. Okay, next let's take care of this little project we tried to do in the last episode. So we need a shear and a shovel. A single piece of charcoal should be enough. Okay, and obviously the rest will go into this one. Oh, right, and the packed dirt will go next to the entrance to the charcoal kiln. I really should move this one as well. Yeah. Let's worry about one thing at a time. So this one is heating up. This one I suppose can go here. And these are all the ingots we have. That's not a lot. Also, we should have some extra iron ingots. Okay, by the way, while this one is heating up, let's just take out the fire clay, which is... Where is it? There you are. I think I will make a couple of extra bricks because it would be best if we had some extra. Yeah, 2 fire rings worth of fire bricks will be fine. And we only have 17 left. And that's going to be enough for 4 blocks, I believe. Yeah. Anyways, this one is... Yeah, it is done. Okay, let's start smithing. Oh, right, and the tongs. Don't forget about the tongs. Okay, we have the tools and yeah, I think this is going to be fine. Okay, let me just quickly cool them down. I mean, the shears only, the other one should be fine. Yeah, we can just make the shovel, that's fine. Okay, let's pick up the shears and yeah, it's fine. Okay. And these can go on the 2 racks for now, and I suppose we should make another hammer, but it's fine. Okay, this one can go back as well, and that's it. Okay, I suppose we can continue landscaping a little bit. First things first, let's dig up the rest of the charcoal. Lovely. Okay, obviously all this charcoal, well, okay, not all of the charcoal, This charcoal will go back in this box, and I will keep this one to keep this furnace fueled. Okay, I do believe we have plenty of mechanical stuff at our disposal already, right? So, tell you what, let's just take those out. The axles, the gears, and that's it, right? Yes. Okay, and I do believe we will need one more large gear for something that I had in mind. If you remember, I did float the idea of hooking up the quern in here to the power shaft. So tell you what, let's do it now. I think what I will do is first, let's sort out the inventory. I will move this one. There we go, might as well pick up all of them. And let's move this one. Just for the sake of not having to use a lot of, you know, axles, I will have the quern here. Which means I suppose we should move these to the other side. Yeah, I suppose that will make sense. Okay, let's start piling the firewood in here. Except for the fact that we have the honey in this one. Okay, we can move the empty ones at least. There we go, that will do it. And now that we can move this barrel as well. Lovely. And yeah, obviously we need to move this one too. So first things first, this one needs to go away, and then we need to pick up a single piece of grass. Okay, so far so good, and we only had 3, no wait, that's the 4th barrel, okay. There we go, and yeah, so I suppose the table can move as well. The jug can move for sure, that's fine. This one can be there, and yeah, let's just move the table. It can be here, that's going to be fine. And okay, so this is where the quern will be. But first, we need to start digging out the tunnel. For that one, we will need to have the pickaxe because, well, we will dig through stone. There you are. Yeah, I think this durability will be more than what we need. So, let's just make the big gear now, I suppose. For now, this one can go on the fire, obviously. And you know what? Let's just take out the food. We still have enough. We still have more. Okay, now it's empty. Let's just start cooking the next batch. Let's just use 12 spelt and 12 turnips. Fine. And there we go. All right. So we will definitely need to have a opening here, and we will need to have a single axle right there. And this is where the quern will sit. Great. Okay. Now we just need to make sure that everything lines up. Okay, tell you what. Let's just pick this up. And we can start digging the tunnel from here. I really should take care of the big gear right now, but I think it's going to be okay. Yeah. Do we have any dirt? No, we don't. So this is what we are aiming for. Basically, let me just... Okay, on the coordinate system, we are going to aim for 4, 5, 3. Okay. So let me just check where the whatchamacallit is. This axle. This is, yeah, we are aiming for this one. So I suppose we will need to have a large gear under this one, and we will need to sort out the different connections. Okay then, let's make the large gear. For that one we will need to have a lot more resin. Yeah, let's sort that one out next. So we need, I believe, 2 resin for each piece, and we need 4 pieces, so we need to have 8 resin. It is a little bit late, but I think we can pick up 8 resin real quick. Yeah, this guy have no... Oh, and he didn't update his wares since the last time we were here. Huh. Interesting. Anyways, I think we can go home now. This one is King Bullet. I believe that's edible, right? Yes, that's edible. Yeah, let's not just suffer, let's just eat. And now we can go home. And good morning. First things first, let's eat. And then we will take care of the making of those large gear sections. Also, did I pick this one up by accident? Yes, we have 1 extra torch, so I must have. Alrighty then. So, how do we make the large gears again? The large gear sections, there they are. Hammer, chisel, saw, some sticks, and a bunch of boards. Okay, everything we should be able to do. So, saw, hammer, chisel, a bunch of boards, and that's it. Okay, so I believe it was... No, wait, we need more boards. Oh, the sticks, there we go. So, boards was something like this, then sticks, resin, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Managed to do it. Okay, then let me see if I remember correctly. We definitely need to have the axle in the middle. Then we need to have, I believe it was this way. Yes. So we have the large gear taken care of. Okay, then next, let's put these tools back real quick. We don't need the chisel, we don't need the hammer, we will need the pickaxe, but we don't need the saw. Speaking of the saw, I really should make a new one, but we'll worry about that once we get to it. So sticks can go back. Next, let's sort out the mechanical junction. So we will split off the power here. I think what I am going to do is have this like so. I will reclaim these here. Then we will need to dig this one out. Okay, and we can put the large gear here. Okay then. And obviously we need to drive it, so there we go. Okay. Then we will need to have one more gear for this one. Unfortunately, it cannot be avoided. Okay then, let's just go around it. Okay then, and I believe the coordinates we are aiming for is 53. So basically we need to... Right. Is there a more elegant way of doing this? I don't think so. Okay, let me pick up the shovel. And we definitely need to make a couple of extra small gear sections. You know what? Sorry, angled gears. I do believe for those we need... Let me just check. For, yeah, these angled gears, we just need some logs and the usual tools. So saw, hammer, chisel. Okay, we should have plenty of logs upstairs. I will take a full stack just in case. Oh, right, and the animal fat right here. And one piece of resin. So, how was it again? We need these. So the resin goes there, logs, fat, chisel, saw, hammer, and sticks. So let me just check in my head. So we will need one for sure, then maybe 3. I will make 5 just in case. Okay then. So theoretically we should have everything. By the way, how are you guys doing? Ooh, we have plenty of chickens now. Great. Do we have any... Okay, I think I will leave these eggs like this for now. We have some pullets, right? Yeah. I want to see if they are male or female. If we are going to have one generation 1 rooster, then I will kill the generation 0 hens and we can start going for generation 2 chickens. Anyways, oh, by the way, I wonder what generations of chickens would we get if we had a generation 0 rooster mating with a generation 1 hen. I suspect it would be a generation 0, but you know, I still wonder. Anyways, what we need to do now is first let's mine this out. So let me just check. We are aiming for this row of stuff. Okay, unfortunately it cannot be helped. We will need to have a gear here, then here as well. Yeah, that's not going to be very cheap. Anyways, let's just see how far we need to go. I do believe this is... This is the correct coordinates. There we go. Lovely. So this is where we need to be. So we need to put in one axle here, there, and one axle there, and we need to connect them with a gear. Unfortunately, we cannot have the quern sitting on a angled gear. It needs to sit on a wooden axle. So this has to come down this far. Okay then. And That means that we will need to have... Can we get away with this? So if I do put in a gear here, here, oh sorry, on top of this one, and then this. Okay, this will work. And then we need, I think 2 gears should be okay. No, wait, I think we might need 3 gears. So this one, yeah, we need 3 gears for this to work. And I don't see any way of doing this any more efficiently than this. This one needs to have at least 2 gears. That is non-negotiable. And because of the... let me just check. Can I put... Obviously we'll need to work backwards, so let me just get rid of these real quick. Can I go around? Yes, I can. If I can put the Quern... You know what? It doesn't really have to be in the corner, right? I suppose we can have the Quern here as well. And that would cut down on the amount of gears we will need to use drastically. Yeah, tell you what, let's do that. First, we obviously need to move the honey. So this one is empty. We just have it in one barrel. Okay, so I will worry about the minutia later. So if we do it like this, let's just drop down. Fine. And there we go. So this should cut down on the amount of gears that we need to put into this system. Right. So theoretically, first things first, let me pick these up. Yes, I know I really should have brought the axe with us as well, but it's fine. There we go. So as I said, this corner has to be like this, it is non-negotiable. This one we can just put... This one needs to be here, and we can put the Quern on top of this one. There we go. Then we will need to make a turn there, and this one needs to come out this way. That's fine, and I suppose we might as well just fill this space in. Obviously I will put a proper what is a conglomerate rock here. That's fine. That's good. And yeah, we just need one more, right? Yes. We managed to save quite a few gears with this. Okay. So all we need to do now is first I will fill this space back in. For that one, yeah, we need to break this one for a second. Can I reach that? Yes, I can. Okay, let me just pick up some extra dirt. I just want to make sure that we fill up this space as best we can. I just want to minimize the amount of space drifters can spawn in. So that will do quite nicely. We will attach this one to this one, obviously. And this one is okay. So we cannot put anything there, but we can fill this one up. And we can put this one here. So this should be all connected correctly. Then we can just fill this space up. There. And there we go. If I put this one here and connect it, everything should work. Theoretically. Obviously, I'm putting a lot of strain on the system, but it seems to be working. So the half hammer is working, the pulverizer is working, and most importantly, the Quern is working as well. Oh, that was a lot of work, but I think it was well worth it. Okay. Well, I've been meaning to dig up a couple of conglomerate rocks for a while now, because I wanted to fill in the corners of this guy. Ooh, and this one is damaged. Does that mean... Yeah, the process is finished. Okay, we will have to let this one burn down. And then I suppose we can break it open. How much fuel do we have left? Yeah, this will burn relatively quickly now. Okay, let me just brave this down here for a second. Let me pick up a couple of conglomerate rocks, and then we can fill up some holes that we have left. I think 6 stones should be enough, right? I think that's going to be enough. Okay then, let's go upstairs. There, and let's plug a couple of holes. There we go. This one is still firing. By the way, how many did we lose? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it could have been a lot worse, I suppose. Anything inside? Yeah, I think that one... Yeah, we saw any of the gratings. I am not sure if the gratings can be damaged. I guess we will see. Anyways, this one obviously is still burning. We don't want to step inside. Okay, let's put in that piece of rock down here. And everything is more or less back to normal, except this one is now hooked up to the power network. Okay, our job is done. First, I completely forgot, we need to put these into the pit kilns. Because we need to fire a lot more iron. So 12 goes in here and 12 goes in here. Then I will cut 20 grass real quick. Okay then, how is the fuel in this one? 2 and 2, okay, it is burning slowly. Once they are gone, we should be able to break this open. Alrighty then. Well, we don't need to carry around this charcoal anymore, so it can go in this box. Great, and yeah, let me just sort out these boxes real quick. Okay, I am more or less happy with this. This one can be thrown away. That was just a chiseled shell from inside. Also, I did find these ruined tools. I think they were in one of the storage boxes. I have been meaning to use these as decorations in the smithy. So I suppose, yeah, there we go. This will make the place look a little bit more interesting. Okay then, let's just put away these tools. And that's it. The boards will go into that one. And that's it. Okay, the peat. This one belongs, I suppose, that one. Sure, why not? Okay. Let me just quickly go downstairs to eat. There, and there we go. Just in time. So, we have an automated quern. All we need to do is put some stuff into it and it will grind it down. We don't need to stand here and do it ourselves. That's great. The barrel will go here and that's it. Okay, bucket. Tell you what, I think I will put in a full stack of spelt grain so we can make a full stack of spelt flour. Alrighty then. I think we can call this good enough. This one is 3 more days. Yeah. We better not forget about these. Also, we need to sort these out. Yeah, we need to sort this place out very urgently. Okay then. I suppose we shouldn't really be keeping these down here. I think we can keep only 9 for sealing up the, storages, but that's about it. You know what, 1 stack, that's it. The rest of these beeswax, I suppose, can go in the attic. There, I have no charcoal on me, so I will just put them in here. I will write on these labels later. And I suppose we should say goodbye because we are over time. What I will do is first, yeah, I will pick up these and I will park myself in front of the, the fruit press, and I will say goodbye so I will know what we need to do at the start of the next episode. All that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.